Hello, Ray Phoenix here, and welcome to this Let's Play of LEGO Star Wars 2. As you can see now, we're on Tatooine, and there's Luke Skywalker. He is, just going over to where the droids are, and he's gonna buy C-3PO and R2-D2. He doesn't actually know it yet, because his uncle has told him to go and buy a droid that speaks Bocce, the binary language of moisture evaporators. So, yeah, he gets C-3PO and R2-D2, and the Jawas are totally not scammers on this. But you know the way those sneaky Jawas are, we know there's something up. You know that those Jawas are nothing but a bunch of greedy shysters that don't care about people or customers or anything like that. They just like to scam people, because that's how they are, they're scammers. So they are just going to lure Luke into the Judland Waste, the remote region on Tatooine, where he's going to see, oh look, it's the Sand People. The Sand People are going to come and attack him like, arr, 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 make those stupid noises, but then that old guy, that old geezer is going to scare them off. As it turns out, that old geezer is Ben Kenobi. His actual name is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he was once a Jedi back in the Old Republic, a cult of people that once defended the galaxy from evil, and most of them have been killed off except for Obi-Wan. And he tells Luke that he's a son of one of these Jedi Knights, so Luke can become a Jedi just like his father once was. And Obi-Wan's going to start teaching Luke some of these things. So we have Luke as the main character, and we have Obi-Wan as player 2. You're lucky, because Obi-Wan's awesome. He probably is the greatest Jedi in Star Wars. He has a cool blue lightsaber. He has the cool Force powers. He says a bunch of cheesy lines a lot of the time, too. He was played by Alec Guinness in the movies, which is really good. Alec Guinness is an awesome actor, and really, Alec Guinness is an awesome actor. He could ride these things, too. Alec Guinness, it truly is one of the greatest actors ever. He's been in so many great classics like Damn the Defiant and Hitler the Last 10 Days, a movie I still haven't seen yet. And Alec Guinness didn't even like being in Star Wars. Ironically enough, he was more proud of playing Adolf Hitler in the movie Hitler the Last 10 Days than he was for being Obi-Wan in the Star Wars movies. Oh, the irony. And he's also Jedi Knights have more jump abilities too. They can jump higher, they can jump further. It's actually easier to maneuver some complex ledges like what I just did over there. And those things I'm building right now, that can only be used if you have a gun. If you're someone that's a blaster, a character with a blaster, you could use that thing so you can reel up. Of course, Obi-Wan doesn't have a blaster, he has a lightsaber instead, so therefore you can't use that thing. So you have to get little Luke Skywalker over here to use it for us. We'll go over there, get to fight off some Sand People. There's a lot of Sand People in this level. Oh god, there's a lot of Sand People. I hate Sand People. A lot of people should hate them. But of course, they're not as bad as the Jawas, at least they're not as annoying as Jawas. So there's other things we can do here too. So you can use the Force. Glowing Lego objects you could use the Force on them. We couldn't do it in the first level. We didn't have any Jedi characters with us in the first level. But this time around, we do have a Jedi character. We have Obi-Wan, the old Jedi Obi-Wan. So we have him. We can use the Force. Use the Force and doing things. And of course, a lot of time you'll see I play as Obi-Wan a lot in this level, because a lot of time there are a lot of things in this level that do require to use the Force. It's not possible to get through this level without using the ability to use the Force. So what else are we supposed to do? But of course, any character, Jedi or regular non-Jedi, could build stuff out of Lego pieces. That was different in the Game Boy Advance version. I forgot to mention the first video. I also have the Game Boy Advance version of this game. In the Game Boy Advance version, Jedi characters can't build stuff, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they did that. It probably would have been possible. Even though it was Game Boy Advance, it was still probably possible for them to have done it. And then the Game Boy Advance version is actually more difficult than this home console version. It's quite a surprise. The Game Boy Advance version was something like a throwback to the classic days of gaming. Like, remember back on the Super NES when games were actually difficult, you could actually lose in them. It would actually say game over. Well, it didn't actually say game over in that game. That's pretty much the same thing for the most part. But that's the other thing with this game is relatively easy, and it doesn't really get its challenge from playing through the game or getting killed off. It's more about figuring things out. That's where this game really gets its challenge from. You never see it say game over in this game like you do on Super Mario 64 or a lot of other games made before, 2006 or something like that. This game came out in late 2006, as I mentioned earlier. Just a few months before Windows Vista came out. Enough talk about Windows Vista. So yeah, this is LEGO Star Wars 2, as I said earlier. We're in the second level of the game, as I already said earlier. I'm just stating the obvious again, because all the great heroes always state the obvious. So we have to go to that sand crawler, which is just up that little hill. Over there, we have to go to that sand crawler. We have to rescue the droids that were captured, the C-3PO and R2-D2 droids that were captured by Jawas. Well, they were captured by Jawas. They're probably just as bad as Sand People. This is very untrue to the movie. Well, this isn't straight far from what the movie movie was, so I guess it's kind of good for that way. Because this is actually, I'm not going to say what happened in the movie. Well, I don't know, I guess I'm not going to go into detail what happened in the movie. But this is quite different from what happened in the actual movie. So this game strays very far from the movie. At least does in a way it's good. Unlike with that Wizard of Oz game on the Super NES. Did you know that Super NES Wizard of Oz game where you have to leave the yellow brick road, you have to go out to the desert or something like that, and you get attacked by cactus things, and if you jump and land anywhere that's not in the dead center of the screen, you fall through the floor and lose a life. That Wizard of Oz game on the Super NES was stupid. Why is it that some of the greatest movies ever have some of the worst games ever? And I played some of the Star Wars games on the SNES, and I'm like, good God, like, I mean, they're not necessarily bad, but they're hard as hell, and it's like, come on, like, really think kids could actually play this? I know they're not really for kids, but still, like, even for people like me, I find them quite difficult. Do they really think people like me would be able to play those games and beat them? Come on, what were they thinking when they made those games? It was like freaking Kaizo crap. I think I said that in my video I just uploaded earlier today of me playing what's it called? Super Star Wars. Yeah, Super Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back on the Super NES, as I said so before. So we have to, again, do some more complex jumping. A Jedi character is more ideal. I fell again. A lot of, and you can see there's other things you can destroy here, too. Those things don't use studs. And you can see we have close to a true, well, we don't really have close to a true Jedi. Okay, so you have to go up here. We have to get the two of us, the two characters, to both simultaneously flip the switches here so we could get into the Sandcrawler. The Sandcrawler is quite big, and there's a lot of complex twists and turns in there. It's a big labyrinth. There's a place you can only get into if you have a droid with you. We don't have any droids on us yet, but so we can't really get into there yet. You can destroy stuff on the walls. This game pretty much encourages you to be bad. Just go around with a lightsaber or gun and just shoot the crap out of stuff or smash it, destroy stuff, and you earn money for it. Yeah, if only real life were like that, where you just smash stuff and make a lot of money for it. It's like this game encourages kids to be bad. And yet, this game still somehow manages to keep a rating of E10. This is actually one of the first video games to have the rating of E10, back when E10 was a new rating. And my dad didn't even believe me that E10 was an actual rating. He's like, come on, look, it's rated E. It means a 2-year-old play this game. I'm like, no, this game is not for 2-year-olds. It doesn't say rated E on it. It says rated E10, ages 10 and up. That was a new thing at the time. And my dad's like, nah, we had a funny argument about that. My father actually hated this game. My father kept saying that the people made this game had Asperger's or something like that. And he kept calling everyone in this game Asperger's, and he's like, and he kept like losing interest in this game. I could tell that he didn't really like this game. He had something against me playing it too. He used to always discourage me from playing this game. And he'd say, come on, why are you bothering with crap like this? Wouldn't you rather play a good game like Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike on the GameCube? That game's not the worst, but at the same time, it's far from the best. It's definitely not one of the best Star Wars games ever, but this game's actually a lot better than Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3, the weakest of the Rogue Squadron games, which that game actually had a very good soundtrack. It's one of the best parts of the game. I might even use some music in this LP somewhere, because, the music you hear in this game is music from other games, because, I don't want to, put copyright music in here, and the music score of this game is copyrighted, so I can't use that either, so that's why I use music from other games, as you may have noticed already if you watch the first part and all the other parts I'm going to be making eventually. That's pretty much the formula for this LP, which I think is kind of fun, actually. I actually used to watch these people. This guy called Best Boy 16, I think, and Turbo Boy something. I forget exactly what they're called. I used to watch them on these guys on YouTube. And they would do something very much like that, where they play for the game and they play their own music. And it would usually be stuff like classic music from classic video games. I actually really quite enjoyed that, actually. They put stuff from Mario in there. They put music from Kirby and music from Sonic. They put all sorts of fun like Nintendo music and video game music and all sorts of fun music. And I'm definitely going to be doing this LP too. That's kind of where I got the idea from. If Turbo Boy or Best Boy or whatever these guys are called are still around today, if they're watching this LP, yeah, I kind of want to thank them for that. They're watching this LP. I highly doubt they're watching this video right now, but just at the odd chance they are, I really appreciate what they've done before, even though that was like well over 11 years ago. It's well over a decade ago. I doubt no one remembers them anymore. I think people don't remember them at all, don't know who they are anymore, but yeah, just in case if people still remember them, I still remember them. I never forget them. I never forget anyone that's good. Because no one that's good deserves to be forgotten, right? We all agree. Everything good deserves to be remembered for all eternity. That's why they came out with archive.org. So in case if YouTube doesn't want you putting your videos on YouTube, or Dailymotion doesn't want you putting your videos on Dailymotion, well, there's archive.org to turn to. Then again, archive.org is not always as wool-free either. But then again, it is a safe haven compared to how YouTube is a lot of the time, and Dailymotion sometimes too. But Dailymotion's really good too. I'm going to be uploading this to Dailymotion eventually too, which I'll eventually upload all my YouTube videos to Dailymotion and archive.org, so you can find me at those websites too. For any of you that want to watch, they're interested in watching some of my... It's pretty much the same stuff. Just on other websites for those that don't want to use YouTube anymore. I can understand why some people don't like using YouTube anymore because some of the dumb stuff YouTube's done in recent years. But today is also, I forgot to mention earlier, today is December 31st, 2019. It is the final day of this decade. Not only of this year, it's the final day of this decade, which is quite an impressive thing, I would say, actually. I think it's quite impressive, actually. This decade is finally over. This decade that I thought would never end. What seems like a never-ending decade is just about over. And it's now going to be 2020, or as Grandpa Simpson would very well call it, dickety-dickety. Because the Kaiser's still in his word 20s. That's why he said, my story begins back in 19-dickety-2, because the Kaiser's still in her word 20s. Yeah, that's exactly why. So next year's going to be dickety-dickety. You're back in the dickety years again. Dickety-dickety, dickety-dickety-1, dickety-dickety-2, dickety-dickety-3. That's how it's going to be for the next 10 years. And I wonder what the 2030s are going to be. Everybody knows it's going to be 2030 all of a sudden. I really don't want to know what's going to come there, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be some pretty horrifying, nightmarish stuff that's going to happen from now till then. Stuff that I really don't want to think about. Stuff's going to keep me up at night, and I don't like thinking about it. So I've already stopped playing stuff in this decade that's going to keep me up at night alone too. So yeah, I'm not going to think about that stuff at all. But I'm sure a lot of you've had a better decade than me. Maybe, I don't know. Depends on where you guys are from or where you guys have seen or done. I don't know. And I don't care about all the bizarre mishaps of everyone. I mean, I talk about Chris Chan a lot, because Chris Chan is Chris Chan. Chris Chan's the most interesting thing I ever encountered on the internet. So of course I talk about him a lot. I think he's entertaining. In fact, I even annoy my friends of talking about so much Chris Chan stuff. So much, in fact, whenever I bring up Chris Chan in school, everyone's like, really? You're talking about Chris Chan again? And then they're like, no, don't stop. And it's like, what? I didn't even open my mouth yet. Don't stop talking about Chris Chan. But I wasn't talking about him. Like, yes, you were, so shut up. That's what they seriously say to me. Boy, those guys. I wish I could. No, my friends are awesome. No, I'm just kidding. They're really good. They just can be quite funny. And then again, everyone's kind of funny sometimes. Everyone's kind of a troll sometimes. I mean, I just heard that Chad Warden was like the first troll ever. Remember Chad Warden? He was like, yo, B-words, Chad Warden here. Because and I'm going to tell you why PS3 is like the best system ever. You see, chicks don't dig the Wii, chicks dig PS3 and stuff like that. And you got Nintendo, you got that Mario guy, that plumber that has to save some hot princess. Then you get your Legend of Zelda, where you play some little boy with a sword and a shield that also has to save a hot princess. And then you get those Xbox fans that think they're the smartest people in the world. But I tell you, the chicks really dig PlayStation 3. Boy, chicks really did dig PlayStation 3. I didn't get a PS3 until 2012. And even then, to this very day, I still don't have a girlfriend. I don't really think buying a certain game system's a way to pick up chicks. I doubt any chick's gonna want to date me for making these videos I upload on YouTube. I doubt it, but that's not really what I'm trying for. But again, Nintendo Capri Sun probably has less of a chance of getting a girlfriend than me. Come on, look at what Nintendo Capri Sun does. Some of my friends are even disgusted by Nintendo Capri Sun, the fact that he exists and the stuff that he does. Like that December 23rd tradition he has, where the day before Christmas Eve, he walks around wearing nothing but his tidy whities, and he says, tomorrow is Christmas Eve! Yeah, he does that. It's a weird tradition of his. I don't know why he does that, and quite frankly, I don't care. This video's going on for a long time. I'm gonna finish up this level in the next video, but I'm just gonna have some closing comments. This game is fun, it's entertaining, this is probably gonna be my most elaborate LP to date, and there's so much stuff to do in this game, so much to talk about, and so much music you're gonna be hearing. You're also gonna be hearing a lot of video game music, stuff that I think is some of the greatest video game music ever. If you wanna know what I think is the greatest video game music ever, we'll listen to music in this video and the videos to come. I hope to see you in the next video. This is Ray Phoenix, signing out.